Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Fallout 4: Some Settlements 2. Again, I apologize for last episode being kinda short, but that was mainly because I was kinda trying to rush into doing that and getting to work.
We're gonna start glowing.
But I got off work early today, and I've got a bit of time to record this for y'all. Last Friday's video, I don't know if we're gonna make it up, but we should have one out this Friday. But that is just something that wasn't able to be controlled, so we're going to, I guess, either make it up at some point or not. I don't know. But we're going to continue with the main quest line of Fallout 4. And we're going to go hunt down a courser. The way you're supposed to do this is tune into the radio, which it is courser signal. And then you go all the way over here through some dangerous territory, and eventually you find it. Hey, buddy.
Shoot him! Shoot him all!
A piece of cake.
Are you fucking...
Hey guys, how's it going?
Found you. Is
Come on.
this a joke? This has to
Quit hiding. There we go.
You're gonna
people!
show a girl a good time.
Hey. I know you're up there.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Give up now. I'll make you.
I'm gonna need some more shotgun ammo here soon. I don't know how to get up there.
Let's do this.
Oh, you came down.
Don't you die on me.
There we go. Green Tech Genetics. This is where we're supposed to be. And now, for some fun.
The courser's on the second floor. Kill on sight. Send reinforcements to the lobby in case there are more.
Yep, send your reinforcements to the lobby, my guys. Alright. Time to fight. Okay. Hey, bud. Do you mind just stopping for 2 seconds? Thank you.
What's going on down there? How many are we dealing with?
Come on. You mean that's it? Whoa. You hear that?
I'm trying to eat as much food as I can.
That must have hurt.
Okay. Alright.
Who? What's wrong?
Come on, buddy.
Load him.
I might have to eventually switch off of my thing.
Hey.
You know what, let's switch off of it now. Hey, buddy. I know you're in here. There we go. And I need a stim pack this time. Hey, buddy.
What?
Oh, I missed. No. Ooh, that was bloody.
Something.
Barricade stairwells and hallways if you haven't already.
There we go. There we go.
We've lost contact with sectors 2 and 4.
Oh, you're gonna lose contact with a whole lot more than just that.
Never seen him so eager
Where's
to
the
die.
door? There it is. Oh, novice. Okay, I'll pick it. Sure. There we go.
Nice.
Bottle caps, bottle caps. Do y'all got shotgun ammo in here, please?
Is it just me? Or is this too easy?
Okay. Frag mines. Come on, y'all don't have a single bit of shotgun ammo. Why aren't these guys
Did you
using
see that?
shotguns?
Good. Thought it was me.
Lock and load!
Hey!
Hear you. Hey, buddy.
Oh, sure there's
Hey. Nope.
We've gotta
There
do
we
this
go.
more often. Playtime!
Alright. Time for this. There we go. Fusion cells. Okay. Probably should have quick saved. When was the last save? Hey, buddy.
To have some
I'm not risking that. Missiles. That person went away.
Fall back to a reasonable position. Supporters here in the elevator.
There we go.
I'm beginning to enjoy it.
I'll quick save. Hey. You know what? Yeah, let's. That's this one. There we go. Oh, you're a gunner. I thought you were Kate.
Would ya?
Thank you. Thank you. And butt chops are gone.
Horses after the girl. Anyone alive needs to get up to the top floor immediately. That's an order.
Get up to the top floor immediately, you say. I think there's somebody in here, ain't there? Yeah, there is. Gonna take him out real quick. Gonna disarm this. Gonna disarm this. Novice lock on this. Shady. Likeness 1. S-H-A-D-Y, no. S-H-A-D-Y, no. S-H-A-D-Y, yes. No. S-H-A-D-Y, no. S-H-A-D-Y, no. S-H-A-D-Y, yes. S-N-E-A-K, yes. No. S-M-I-L-E, yes. S-N-E-A-K. Yes, and then S-H-A-D-Y, yes.
Sweet.
Turret control. Deactivate. Optic tripwire control. Oh, I already disabled that. Spotlight control. Okay.
I wonder if there's a button that can get us the hell out of here.
Huh? Hey, buddy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I'm dead. I should have quick saved. Oh, I did quick save. I think. There we go. Okay.
You've been following me.
Sneak attack!
Help me.
Yay. What you want?
Hi.
He deserved to die. I know you're not here for me, but I can't get out. Not on my own. I'm going to have to trust you to help me.
I won't hurt you.
I promise not to hurt you.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Looks like you've already found the password. Use it to unlock the terminal and open the door.
Okay.
Leave that junk behind. You're just wasting space.
I don't even know what I picked up, so. Turn the elevator on. And security door control. Open door. There you go.
Thank you. I don't.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
There we
I
go.
don't know what to say.
Well, you're welcome.
You don't have to say anything. You're welcome.
My institute designation is K-198, but I prefer Jenny, so yes, I'm a synth, if you hadn't already guessed. I knew they'd send a courser. I just didn't think he'd find me so fast. I think I would have lost him too, but then I was captured by these mercenaries, and all this happened. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna look for supplies before heading out, and before you ask, no. I don't need any more help. The Commonwealth is unforgiving. I need to make it on my own or I'm dead. Maybe we'll meet again.
Okay. It said 10 Pines Bluff was under attack, so we've got to go fast travel to 10 Pines Bluff. Go. Where's the rest of them?
Someone or something.
There we go. Apparently one over here. There we go. Gonna take that real quick. I'm overweight. There we go.
Still in one piece.
Yes, you are. You're just a settler. You're a merchant.
Hey there.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
Glad to
I
have
was
it.
glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
So we need to go to the railroad to get the thing decoded. Now the way you figure this out normally, since I'm kind of trying to cut down on some of the time for the normal stuff, the main quest, the way you would normally go about this is you'd go to Virgil and tell them, hey, I got a Courser chip. So, where do I go? Can you decode it? And he'll be like, not really. I'd kind of need, you kind of need somebody better. So you go to the railroad, or you might go to the mind people. And then if you go to the mind person, the person that we went and took part of Kellogg's brain to, then she will tell you to go to the railroad. Because there's only one person in the game who can decode it, and it is Tinker Tom.
Jumping at the goddamn shadows next.
Sneak attack, even though I was right in front of him. And alright, so now normally this would be a quote tricky puzzle if you don't know the answer. So if you don't want to know the answer, look away. I don't know what to tell you. But the answer
Spins.
is, well, also mute until, you know what, Logan? Put something on screen for mute. and blind. I don't know. But if you don't want to know the answer, then mute and blind until the thing on the screen goes away. But it is literally just railroad.
So it starts with R?
So this points to a letter, and you go R A I L R O A and D. Super secret password.
There we go.
Stop
Hey, guys.
right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
I wonder what happens if I keep walking forward.
Not 1 foot closer.
Why don't
Doesn't
you tell
matter.
me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
Not your enemy.
Followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
Heard about you in Diamond City.
I just heard a rumor about you guys in Diamond City.
I see. Last question. Why are you here?
Full sword.
I tracked down and killed a Courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help breaking the code on his Courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give
With a
even
single
Gloria a
bat
run
swing.
for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy, Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad.
Diplomatic.
Hopefully we can work something out.
What you're asking for puts us in a tricky position.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Okay. That's a whole lot easier dealing with them than if you go and meet them before you kill a Courser. Thanks, Deacon. You're the best. You gonna open the door? Alright, cool. Really? Now I can't open the door? Deacon? Deacon. Okay.
The chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong. The least of which is losing the data.
Don't try
Fortunately,
anything,
we
stranger.
have the right man for the job.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a Courser chip.
Whoa!
I thought his
For
computer
real?
was facing the other
Oh
way.
man, it's been ages.
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the Courser chip.
Sure.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in.
Hey,
Chip
don't try
access.
anything, stranger.
Just poke the analog connectors a little.
Tommy
What?
W died.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man.
Come on, Tom.
They've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator.
Anything not goes down is fair.
Technical document.
Got you, you institute bastard. I got you.
Caretaker made it out, and he was
Solve
by
for
the
him.
goddamn elevator.
Come on.
Scarecrow's gotta be alive.
Show me that
Scarecrow's not at
baseline.
Carrington's
Come on,
list.
man.
He's probably
Yeah, we got it.
And
We got the code.
go ahead, spit it out. Even if he
Let me
showed
load
up
that onto
now.
the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip.
The
And
Institute
you,
has had too much time.
I'd love to work with you
Chance
more.
it.
Let me know if you're interested. But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
No promises.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Alright, so now that we got that decoded, I think we need to bring it back to Virgil.
I don't.
Virgil! Guess what I did?
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have it.
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad.
The railroad helped me.
Oh god, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
By the way, I just want to say, before I continue with this conversation, if he's wearing glasses, but the lenses are broken. Like, not even just one of them. It's not like cracked or nothing. It's the lenses are out. Why is he wearing glasses? Can he not take them off?
Hey, I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you. But yeah. Just want to point that out.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I've got it covered.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Okay. I will call upon the Minutemen. Preston.
Another
Hi.
day of hard work.
What do you need, General?
It never changes.
Signal
I have
interceptor.
plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kind of kidnapped my son.
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
Teleportation.
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Yeah, okay.
Out here,
Sturgis!
you gotta take things one day at a time. Don't take offense to Marcy.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Oh yeah, it's real.
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Alright. Good job.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it, but it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections.
Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing.
Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Alright. So we're going to build this over at Red Rocket because it's the closest to Sanctuary, and Sanctuary has most of my junk. Talk to Sturgis. Sturgis. Sturgis.
Hey, Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yep.
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need.
I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Build the console, build the relay dish, build the beam emitter. Okay. Alright, hold on. There we go. Biometric scanner. Specifically a biometric scanner. Let's hope that there's one over here. Alright. So 2, 20, 5, and none. So So 27. Fine. There we go.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Cool.
Whenever you're ready.
Well, I'm not centered. Sturgis.
Okay.
Sturgis, let me move.
Hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular being. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hopefully the radio didn't get this copyrighted. Nice. The access log. Cool. Load holotape. HQ memo. Hi honey. Nutshakes radio log. Network scanner? Initiate network scan. Did I take that back out? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
And... stepped in. Why is it doing that?
What you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean! Sean! Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
It's really you!
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
I'm your dad, Sean.
Father, what's going
It's
on?
me.
What's happening?
I'm your dad.
Dad's here now.
Yes.
What's going on?
It's me.
Father?
Your dad.
Father!
I'm here, Sean.
It'll be okay.
I don't know you.
It'll be
Go
okay,
away.
Sean.
Father,
I'm here now.
Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who's the
Who
father?
is Father? Where is
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Bro, you better give me my Sean.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Where's my
I'll
son?
make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Just so you know, I'm not skipping past some stuff that it's just glitching. Just like with the little Sean's voice lines. They were playing while I was talking. I don't know why. So. How?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths?
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
So much time.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg?
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You used him?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother.
Your mother? She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage?
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
The Institute.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Why you?
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
No, not really. But I'm gonna say maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I have to disagree on this one.
Your Institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well, the world is not what it used to be. What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocities have they committed? These Minutemen, claiming to want to save the Commonwealth from itself. They cannot even protect themselves. Their cause is a doomed one. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. But we are not the monsters we have been cast at. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I don't know.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Meet the division leaders. Okay. So, let's go ahead and meet them. This place is... So, yeah, that's the big twist of
Almost
this
done.
game.
Just need to tighten up this primary
I
drive
don't
servo.
want people talking while I'm talking.
Unnecessary
Still don't want
power
people talking while I'm
consumption to a
talking.
minimum.
Robotics.
Don't recharge unless your primary
So, there's somebody over here.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Hey.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Hey, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
Find my son.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
No, not really. I wonder what happens if I just say no to everybody.
I'm not on board with anything.
No? And yet here you are, poking around. One might find that suspicious. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're up to something. And consider having another talk with Sean. He really is anxious to have you with us. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
I wonder if I can just make them so angry at me that they're just like, alright, man. Listen, you said no to every single person. You need to go.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some
Did I
heads
turn
together.
off the
What now?
interferometer?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some...
Hi, Doc.
Hey, bud.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is
Justin
between
Ao,
us and
acting
pretty much
director of
all the other
Synth Retention
departments.
Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Yeah. There will be issues.
Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it.
That sounds a bit like a threat. I'm sure I'm just misunderstanding you, though. Threats aren't advisable for someone in your position.
You sure?
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Secret police.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
With a bat. It was useless. You know, let's just be vehemently, I think I'm using that word correctly, just be overwhelmingly hostile to this guy.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective.
Uh-huh.
It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Well, just so you know, apparently the defect was they're very much weak to a dude who is crouching with a bat. That's the defect. Not very defective otherwise.
Hello? You there?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to explain to you why your thing is defective.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Alright. You know what? Quick save. I just want to show him how I beat it. That's how I beat it.
Engaging target.
I just feel like doing this for a second. Oh. Okay. But yeah, that's how your thing is defective.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hey, can I take this stuff? Synth relay grenades. Yes, please. I will for sure not use those. Alright, now I will talk to Dr. Lee.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
That's insulting.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Good for now.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Yo.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
so
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close
Holden,
to 10 years old
head
by
of the
now.
Bioscience
It's
Division.
remarkable
I
that any
can't wait
child
for you
can
to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing.
long up there, don't
It's
you think?
truly amazing.
That guy was talking. Sorry, what did you say? Not why I'm here.
I'm sure it's fascinating, but that's not why I'm here.
Of course, I completely understand. Before you go, at least let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. I promise I'll keep it short. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas.
They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Sarcastic.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit in.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Good for
I'm
now.
good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Yes, FEV lab.
That's it.
And go. No, no, no. Go back. Thought that was another door. Why is that right there? Why am I facing this way whenever I enter? Okay.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Quick save. That sounds like I'm gonna need
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
thing. Need the bat instead of the shotgun. Notes. N-O-T-E-S. N-O-T-E-S. Nope. N-O-T-E-S. Yes. Oh, I didn't do the thing for the other thing. Whatever. N-O-T-E-S. Nope. N-O-T-E-S. Yes. H-O-R-D-E. Good. S-T-A-Y-S. Yes. Good.
Nice.
Quick control. Deactivate. Remote door control. Open door. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Okay. Was there anything useful over here? I don't think so. I'll just keep going. It'll be fine. Unlock the door.
Nice.
Fusion cell. What's that? Oh, it's a gun. Fusion cell. Bottle caps. Fusion cells. Fusion cells. Fusion cells. Fusion cells. Courser uniform. Cool. Courser uniform. Bottle caps. Impact purified water. Duct tape. Wonder glue. Wonder glue. Cat meat. Reload.
Lock's really strong.
Locked. Don't like that. 10 mil. 10 mil. Well.
Sweet.
And the sad part. Yeah. That's one of the saddest things that is in the game. Is seeing that. bud. Yeah, no thank you. Take T-A-K-E. T-A-K-E part? No. Oh, it's zero likeness. T-A-K-E-P-A-R-T.
That's it.
There we go. Turret control. Deactivate. Remote door control. Open door. Okay. Make sure that there's nothing over here that I want. No? Okay. Open door. And even more sad stuff. They're using them as test subjects. What's that saying that I could do? Oh. FEV research notes.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Alright, and this one.
Personal record, Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Yeah, so they were doing bad things here. But I got the experimental serum so that I can give that to Virgil for helping us out. So now we kind of need to talk to Father. I'm not sure if we should. We're able to fast travel in and out of the Institute now. So we're going to fast travel directly to where Virgil is. This is probably technically a bad idea, but you know, I don't think they can trace us, right?
Don't go fast, we're gonna start.
Hey, yo, Virgil. Where's Virgil? There's Virgil.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
It worked.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Give serum.
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see.
How is that awful
Retrovirus has
stench?
matured nicely.
That's him.
Density gradient is high.
And your breath.
Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
Test it?
How are you going to test it?
On myself, of course. That was the plan. This serum will only counteract the specific strain of FEV that I infected myself with. There's no telling what it might do to anyone else. All right.
Seems quite convenient.
Here we go. And now, we wait.
How long?
How long will it take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what I call a good day?
Here's that holotape you gave me.
Without an empty stomach.
Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
What are you expecting to find?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted. So the first job is to see if I can crack it. After that, well, I'll have to see what I've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe.
Cool. I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Down in the description you can find my brother's channel. He is also my editor, so go send him some love. Subscribe to him also. There will be a playlist on screen or just after this that has all the rest of the Some Settlements 2 videos and my other most recent video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you.